Good evening, everybody. Pardon me. It is Saturday evening, right before Spine Ticks goes live. The voice is definitely starting to go, so I'm going to pop in there in a bit to say hello, and then just try to sleep whatever 24-hour little bug I'm dealing with out of me. But this is now the drawing, and I apologize if the volume's a little low on me, but this is the best I can get right now. We have 12 names on the list for the giveaway for the blaster. The first of many. I have a couple more coming in, and I will do this again to help spread the love of the Great Spinach Day Hunt come March 1st. So we're going to do us a little bit of a duck race. What do we want to do? So we got 12 names on there. Let's do 2 minutes. I think it's set. It's been a while since I've done that. Yes. We're going to shuffle once, twice, thrice. We're going to go, and in 2 minutes' time, we're going to see just who takes home the first blaster of 2023 tops Allen and Ginter. Let's see. We've got a couple of rabbit ducks out front. Rip them all out there with his little strawberry hat. Groove Dude sitting up there with John. Both weirdly plain ducks. I put the costumes on, and like half of you guys are plain ducks. I call this suspicious. But we're at the 125 mark, and it is literally any duck's race, as you can see. The guys calling the Kentucky Derby don't have anything to worry about losing their gig to me. Let me put it to you that way. Pardon me. Almost at the halfway mark, we got splotchy FTP popping up there, a little past Bat Duck, which is Fabian at undrafted player. Sharks Attack, the B Duck, coming in. John still hanging in there. Maiden's World of Wax down below. Titus with the Space Duck there. And Uncle Slappy sitting up there all thick and proud, just like he should. But now we're entering the back half. And now it turns into FTP starting to fall off a little. Looks like the green duck got a teeny bit seasick. But in 30 seconds, 35 rather, we will find out exactly who the winner is with this riveting commentary, I do have to say. Pardon me. And then I'll launch into the stuff I recorded the other day when I still had some semblance of a voice. All right, final 15 seconds. Here we go. Who's it gonna be? I don't know. Is that the right place for Slappy to be in? Uh-oh. Wait a minute now. We got CCB Jason coming up right quick and by a hair. Alex at Jason at Canadian Card Breakers is alien pajama duck. If you look close, you can kind of see it's definitely a big old onesie. Congrats, Jason. Weirdly, I don't think I have your address. So whenever you see this, reach out to me on the gram or something like that, or if it's a couple days and you haven't seen it yet, I'll reach out to you, and then I will get your address and get this sent out to you. And again, thank you everybody that entered, and stay tuned because there are going to be a couple more blaster giveaways for the people outside the U.S. so they too can join in the fun. But for now, I am going to go get some cough drops and rest up my voice in preparation for the upcoming week. And I will see you guys from the past over at the table in your present. Pardon me. Hello, everybody. It is Friday as I'm filming this, and I can already feel myself beginning to get a little under the weather. The weather shifts in Rochester have been the usual doom. So before I lost my voice completely, I wanted to make sure that I got this filmed. This is going to be the latter half of the Sunday video because I'll have drawn the winner for the blaster of Allen and Ginter. Pardon me, separately. But we have here a massive box. This box is a giveaway win from Brian LCS in his weekly live stream that I'm okay, how does the timeline work? I'm going to try to have been there yesterday, which is tomorrow. Yeah, that tracks. Anyways, Brian has sent me approximately 17,000 books. But before I do that, I was actually speaking with John Burgess earlier. Last time I went into Pittsburgh, I brought several bins of stuff from my room at my mom's house, and digging through there, I found some really interesting things. There was a bin pretty much entirely full of sports cards. You know, one of those big, the plastic storage totes. And I mentioned it to John. He's like, oh, you should do a show about that. I was like, you know what? There you go. So I'm going to, I guess until I can go through it, for the time being, do the old, what did I find Wednesdays? But I wanted to start with something because I actually have reached out to somebody about it. Do we remember? Let us think back. Do we remember in the 90s, the old Hasbro wrestling figures, the plastic ones that had the different motions, whatnot? They came in the blue hanger packs. Well, back in the day, I had a ton of them. Played with all of them, destroyed most of them. And the rest, I have no clue where they are. However, in digging through digging through the bin, I found one unopened. And the interesting thing is, I have it up here. It's like, you can see that, it is the Rockers. However, La Fédération Mondiale de Lutte. What I didn't realize when I saw it, but I did realize it then, was this is the one made in Canada. And my 8-year-old brain, because I'm putting that back up here. My 8-year-old brain in 1990 said, ooh, this is in French. It must be exotic, therefore it must not be open. Granted, I was completely right on one of those 3 points and half right on another. It isn't French, it is Canadian. Exotic, to an 8-year-old kid living in Pittsburgh, possibly. Still don't know where I ended up with it. Anyway, the long and short of that is I wanted to show that because I actually reached out to the Major Wrestling Figure podcast, which is basically helmed by predominantly Matt Cardona and Brian Myers in WWE. They were Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. They're big collectors of wrestling figures. I have no information about them, so I sent them an email like, hey, I found this. It's unopened. What do you think of it? And if they get back to me, I'll keep everybody updated on what the progress is. Now, that aside, and then look for what did I find Wednesdays? I've got an interesting one to start with this Wednesday, provided I have a voice. Anyways, we're going to get into this massive box of comics from Brian LCS on his Saturday show, Breakfast with Brian, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. It follows Madam Blaster, who does a live show usually at 6:30 Eastern, and then Fanboy Prime goes at 8:55 Eastern, Brian at 10, and then Philtastic Comics at 11. That's the standard Saturday lineup. Hopefully I'll have made it and haven't been feeling like death warmed over. But I've been talking for 4 minutes and haven't shown anything, and you probably all hate me now. So, and Brian does his membership giveaways, and also he does a weekly duck race to see who gets a giveaway chance for that month. And I happen to not only win the duck to get the chance in there, but then I also won the race. So, and I think he picked me out, 17,000 was a bit of an exaggeration. I think he did pick out, 20 he said. But we're going to get into it. Yes. This is what I've been this is another thing I've been looking for. The new Brian LCS sticker. Because I actually, oh yeah. Here you go. Zach, congrats on your Breakfast with Brian win. For the month of October, you want a stack of 20 books. Happy reading. Hope all is well with you, Brian LCS. Well, you too, Brian. Hopefully the move has been going well. He has done what I intend to do in the very near future, and that is flee the state of New York. But, yes, where's it going to fit? Well, we'll put that up. We'll put that up in a minute. Because right now we have a Mongo stack of books. He showed it on the stream. I watched every single one of them, commented on a few of them, and 20 minutes later, as is the way, promptly forgot everything that happened. So this is going to be a surprise for me, as well as it is for you. But we get into it. Ooh, here we go. Future state, the next Batman. Who thinks that they can actually, one, draw a bead on Batman, and two, successfully execute the shot? This is number 2. Also featuring Batgirls and Gotham City Sirens. Kids, tell your parents. Ooh, old school. Oh, really old. What year is this? Is that 84? I think 84. A little muddy, but Marvel Tales starring Spider-Man, the Man in the Crime Master's mask. And we got the Goblin. I think I have seen this cover before. That looks vaguely familiar. I've seen the cover before, but actually, we're going to boost this up so we can get a little more height on the books. There we go, that's better. Why does that look so familiar? I don't know, but... And a lot of these... See, I love Moon Knight. Love Moon Knight. The covers are so good. Look at that. And it's like the complete lack of hue just makes him stand a bonus digital edition. Details inside. Ooh, I do like me some Moon Knight. I have a Moon Knight cover, an old cover signed by Larry Hama. Look at that. That is a beauty of a cover. So we've got DC Future State variant cover by Carlos Oanda. That is a beauty of a cover. I love the variant covers, and this is like, there's so many parallels between comics and sports cards. You know, everybody has variants. All the variants look awesome. It's just a perfect tie-in. Ooh, speaking of which, Black Adam. I have not yet seen. I don't think is the movie even out with Dwayne Roxon. I don't actually know if it's out yet. But this is Black Adam. Oh God, is that a word? Theogony. It's a cool looking cover. Real cool looking cover. What is this? Covered by Irvin Rodriguez. And that's a cool thing. Unlike most cards, they'll actually tell you who did it. Woo! Oh, I remember that. That is cool. 3 Saints. And again, this is... Plus, I love me some Image. This is the cool stuff about it, because watching comic reviews and being lucky enough to win stuff like this, man, obviously, you know, even us lapsed comic people as I am will know the big ones. Marvel, DC, Image, Dark Horse. But the specifics, like 3 Saints, I think is a newer book I've never heard of. Ooh. The DC 52, week 23, plus the origin of Wildcat. Ooh, an origin story? Let's go. The Island of Dr. Morrow, that's close. Renee Montoya, is she the answer? I don't know, but we could find out. Great looking cover. Great looking books. Ah, the silver embossed. I want to say I may have had this one at some point. You got Sandman back there, Spidey. You got Silver Sable in the Wild Pack, guest starring the Amazing Spider-Man. But if you think about it, with Spider-Man being such the big name, this is issue number 1, by the way, and issue number 1s are always awesome. If you think about it, if Spider-Man is guest starring, doesn't that kind of make it a Spider-Man book? In her own book at last, it says at the top, I just noticed. Continuing on, Marksman. Never heard of this. 20-year, 5 of 6, blowing stuff up. Got it. I like that motto. I like that. And again, this is all just... Oh, wow. The death-defying devil... What is that? The Flame. What a cool looking book. Is that a boomerang? Now, if anybody has ever tried, I don't know if anybody has. Looking at somebody there. Has there ever been a recorded instance in human history of a boomerang properly doing what it's supposed to do? I'm seriously curious. Like, I don't understand the like, because it never works out in the movies where he throws and it comes back right at hand level. Like, it'll curve just because of the nature of the thing, but will it actually curve back and hit you in the hand? I would be genuinely curious to see it actually happen. I'm not sure if it may have, but I mean, Crocodile Dundee did it, and I apologize, Australia, for that. The world's greatest comic magazine, Fantastic Four. Man, that is I love the old school ones too. Our powerful missiles are useless. Our most powerful missiles. We're doomed. No, there must be a way to stop Gormu, and I will find it. I bet you he did. What year is this from? Again, 1984. Probably tastes better than that gum I've been, probably tastes better than that gum. See, I love odd covers like this. This is spoiler variant of The Amazing Spider-Man number 26. I'm hesitant to take it out of the bag. I think he did and showed it, but I can't recall. But stuff like that, it's like, oh, if I could meet the artist, the things they could draw on it. A couple more, and this is fun. Yeah, shout out Durs. We got us a Spawn, number 8. Which run is this? I don't know, but it's McFarlane. I actually got to meet Todd McFarlane at the Super Bowl in Detroit because he was there doing. He did he does the figures, but he also does sports figures, and it was the Super Bowl in Detroit, and I think it was right around the time Reggie White was getting inducted, or he was thinking of doing a Reggie White thing. Let's continue to look at this while I ramble. Elektra, number 1. Well, that is cool. It's like kind of like the Dali thing. Like far away it looks like something, but up close you can see it's actually made up of people. Various things. The eyebrows. There's a sword, a severed arm. That is awesome. Number 1. Oh, that is cool. I like that one a lot. But McFarlane was talking to me because I was standing there about which Reggie White figure he should make. He's like, I don't know. Should it be the Packers? Should it be the Eagles? And if so, what color jersey? I weighed in my opinion, and I now wish I remembered what the ultimate decision was. I said my vote was for the green Eagles uniform. Inhumans, number 1, Judgment Day. That is a lot of hair. Ewing, Del Mundo, Librano, Villarubia. The name sounds familiar. I think I've heard some of the comic people talking about that. Winter Soldier, The Bitter March. That's like any February in Rochester when you have to leave to go to the grocery store. The Bitter March. God, these are so nice looking. And now it's like, I have a comic that is out getting graded and slabbed. What in the world? The Legends of Oz, Wicked West. Is that Sam Elliott with a pair of axes? We know who Sam Elliott is. That's Sam Elliott, and I will hear nothing of it. We know him from Roadhouse, The Big Lebowski. He was the one always winning a sarsaparilla. Legends of the Dark Knight, number 1. I love me the Joker. And I'm sorry, I know people have... That's a cool looking book. I know people kind of like about the Joker movie, but I always felt a villain cannot carry a movie. Because if a villain carries a movie, they're going to require the hero, and much like the Silver Sable thing, if the hero is in the movie, isn't it then a movie about the hero? Like, the Joker needs Batman to play off of, and vice versa. But if Batman appeared in the movie about the Joker, would the movie not then be a Batman movie? Plus, don't give him an origin story. DC never did on purpose. You know, and also with him being one of the most psychopathic and villainous, for lack of a better term, villains in all of comic history, you cannot make him a sympathetic hero. You simply cannot. That's my opinion. I've gotten into arguments over it, but that's my opinion. It just, villains carrying movies, I don't think can work. On our final book, I am wrong because there was still tape. We got 2 books left, and I'm thankfully, because I'm starting to run out of voice, so I'm going to wind down and get some cough drops. But DC Universe Online Legends, the Green Lantern. I don't know. The Green Lantern is so up and down for me. I like a lot of iterations of him. I like the idea of the Green Lantern Corps. Did not like the Ryan Reynolds movie. I don't think Ryan Reynolds liked the Ryan Reynolds movie. And it just was what it was. But also, this is the one key. Blue Painter's tape. The excellent tape for packaging anything. And our final... Hello! I'm going to save that one for last. Clone. Am I looking into my own future? I very well might be. Haha, jokes. That is. I like the reflection off of the cleaver. There's something going on in this. There's some lore going on in there. What a monster awesome haul. An awesome giveaway from Brian. Thank you so much. Link to Brian down below. I don't know. Again, this is Friday. This is Friday evening. I don't know if I'm going to be getting anything else interesting. So just because the fact of the matter is tomorrow I'm probably going to be a little voiceless, so we will see. But anyways, I'm going to wrap this up. Brian, thank you so much. Make sure to get yourself over to Brian's channel. And even if you don't win anything, the show is amazing. Always some great clips. If you're in there and have thrown some super chats, you know what I'm talking about. Iman is majestic. Now, where can we put Brian? Let's do that right now. The first time I've actually put one on camera. So he's going to go right above Trev. It's not level, and I don't particularly care. But we've got Brian right there, adding to the board. Well, the piece of friggin' poster board that I got at the dollar store. Either way, I'm happy to finally get a Brian sticker and a monster stack of books. And again, thank you, Brian. This one some of these may actually end up going out and getting graded. We will take a look. But that's going to wrap it up for this Sunday. Obviously, before this even happened, I will have drawn the giveaway winner. So congrats to the winner, whomever it was. I don't know yet because I haven't drawn it yet. I'm going to draw it Saturday evening and then get this up and ready for Sunday. So Saturday evening, I'm probably going to be a little raspy when I'm drawing the winner. But my rambling aside, don't forget to look for what I find Wednesday. Going to be some interesting stuff. And again, Saturday is the day for live streams and everything. I'm just going to throw out shout-outs to everybody else one last time. Every Saturday you have Madam Blaster, Fanboy Prime, Brian LCS, Philtastic Comics and Art. That's your morning. Then you got Only Slabs usually goes on. A Surfer usually has a premiere in the evening. And then Saturday night / Sunday morning is Spine Ticks, followed by Sensei Domino, which is now followed by Center Hill Cards. Everybody's getting in on it. I think the only person that doesn't have a show on Saturday might be this guy. And I'm going to be the unicorn. But thank you so much for bearing with my rambling. Pardon me. And hope you have had a great weekend and enjoy the rest of your weekend. And we will see you later.